Lay your head down and concentrate on me. Yeah. We are headed ever, destiny, destiny. I'll kiss your forehead to ease your mind, yeah. Ease your mind, yeah. Down to your toes, girl. I'll take my time, take my time. Baby, tell me, do you wanna love me too? Yeah, yeah. I wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you, baby. Tell me, do you wanna love me too? As I stare at you, baby, my mind is in a daze. My mind is in a daze, yeah, yeah. You are so beautiful. I'm over amazed. Your loving I crave, oh yeah, yeah. I won't get too excited. I'll concentrate on you. I'll concentrate on you. I want to begin now to please you, girl. Please you, girl. 'Cause I just wanna love you, baby girl. I just wanna love you. Tell me, do you wanna love me, baby girl? Me too. I just really wanna love you, baby girl. Really wanna love you, really wanna love you, girl. Do you wanna love me too? Every time I you make me wanna love you, wanna hold you, wanna kiss you, wanna feel you every time, every time. You make me wanna love you, I wanna hold you, I wanna kiss you. Wanna love you, baby. Oh yeah, wanna love you, girl. Oh yeah, I just wanna love you, baby. I just wanna love you, girl. Yeah, love you. Oh yeah,
BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
I hope you cuddled up, cause this is Passion on BOSS.
Already, everybody, what it is, this is your boy Mr. E, Boss of the Southside Bosses. You know, we coming to you live on Passion Hour, where we bring y'all the best in underground R&B. But, you know, we also like to have a little bit of talk. This is another episode of What Would You Do here on Passion Hour. But before we get into that, I do want to let y'all know that y'all missing out on all our other radio shows. Check out Reggae Hour, because we be interviewing all types of underground reggae artists and mainstream reggae artists. So go check that out. We also are on Revolutionary Hour, so make sure you can check that out. You can follow us on any streaming service, iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or you can check us out on our website at sbcmovement.com. Make sure you go there, follow, like, and subscribe, and share us to all of your family and friends. That way you can be able to, you know, get us some love in here. I know y'all gonna enjoy this show tonight. We got two great guests that's gonna be joining us. I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves. We'll go ahead and who wants to go first, gentlemen?
I'll go ahead and go. My name is Dennis, aka UMA, also known under many aliases. I'm chiming in today to help my partner out right here.
Already. I appreciate you joining me, man. How about the second guest? You want to introduce yourself?
What's going on, y'all? My name is Asher. Thank you for having me, Shankor.
Shankor, you still with that Shankor? Already. Yeah, so we got two intelligent minds on the phone right now, so we're going to go ahead and let's jump on in it, okay? Well, as you know, if you heard the last episode, then you already know, I come up with a scenario. It's a scenario that doesn't happen in everyday life, and I want to see where everybody's mindset is at, and about getting what would they do in that same situation. So the question last week was, and it was for all ladies, and this one is for all men now, but the question was, if a man was dating a woman and he found out, she found out 2 months within the relationship that she just got impregnated by, or that she got impregnated by her baby daddy 2 months before she met the new man, how would that new man react? Would he stay? Would he try to be in the baby's life? Or would he just, hey, deuces, you take care of yourself. I'm going to take care of mine and I'm going to holler. So first I'll let Dennis. Dennis, what you think about that scenario? If you was the man and you was dating a woman who found out she was pregnant by a man that she had sex with 2 months prior to meeting you, and they already have a child, how would you respond to that?
Honestly, I'll probably step back. Not because of the fact I didn't have any type of love or feelings for her, but because of the fact whenever a woman has a child with a man, she typically goes back to that man to try to make it work because she wants to have one set family structure. So if she already has a child with that man already, and then she found out that she's pregnant with him, again, chances are she's not going to stay with you anyway. She's going to go back with the guy who she got pregnant by. Okay,
let me throw a curveball at you. What if she's the only reason she's telling you is because she wants to make things work with you? She's actually begging and pleading and pretty much screaming that she didn't cheat on you. This was before you met her.
Well, if it was one of those situations where she's saying she didn't cheat and that's all fine, well and dandy, if she didn't. If she actually wants to make it work with me, then I would actually step in and I'd be the stepfather or raise that child as if it was mine. If she was actually trying to be with me, because you can't control what happened before you. You understand what I'm saying? So, there's no reason to actually penalize her for getting pregnant by somebody else before she met you. So you got nothing to do with that. So that's before your time. So if I'm actually going to be with her, then I'm going to be with her if she's actually not trying to have a relationship with her prior boyfriend or husband or whoever.
Okay. All right. I like that answer. We'll dive a little bit deeper in just a moment. But let me get Asher's opinion. What do you think, Asher?
Man, personally, I think that I would step in. If we had a connection that was strong enough that could work for the kid, I understand that, what happened before, but it's why would you let that child grow up when you could have helped him? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Without a father, you know what I mean?
All right, I like that. Now, you did say one thing that leads me to another question. You said if the relationship was strong enough. Now, y'all only known these chicks for 2 months. Do you really think that you could have a strong enough connection with these women in 2 months?
To actually be if you want to seriously strong relationship in 2 months, no, it's not possible to actually have a 100% real strong connection enough to where you would have a peace of mind, I guess you would say, that she's not going to go back. When it comes to something like that, seeing how it's still new, you're really jumping in and taking over the parental guidelines, I guess you would say, on faith, really. Because you really don't get to know nobody until about 6 months to a year later, because that's when they really start revealing who they really are, how they going to act, who they going to be, and what type of person they going to be with you in that relationship.
Okay. I can feel that. What you think, Asher?
I agree 100% with Dennis.
Okay. All right, now, I got another question for you. All right, so do either one of y'all have children?
Children, yes.
Okay. And Asher, do you?
I do not.
Okay, so this question would be more for Dennis, and but Asher, this probably will scale you away from having children. Just depends on what Dennis's answer is on this. Now, when your wife was having your child, did you see any dramatic changes in her during the pregnancy that you would have never seen, or she would have never exhibited while she wasn't pregnant?
Are you talking about dramatic changes in terms of body, or are you talking about in attitude?
Attitude, personality, all of that. Not body wise.
Luckily for me, that's not the same for other people. I didn't have to go through all those different changes in terms of attitude and her flipping out, acting different and things like that. She's been the same even keel since I've known her.
Okay. So you got, like you said, you got lucky. You got lucky. But if you was to actually experience that with this scenario here, you only known the 2 months, you sticking with it, but all of a sudden, the pregnancy, she starts taking a wholly different attitude towards you. Would you attribute that to the pregnancy, or would you say that that's her?
That's a good question. If she really started changing and flipping, I would say that with her. Hormones do play a part whenever a female starts to change in her actions and her responses. Hormones definitely play a part. But a lot of the things that you're going to find out about a female is going to happen whenever she's at her most stressed out situations, and it's up to you as a man to be in front of that relationship if you're going to be able to handle it or not. So women just inherently are protective of their kids. So if she is flipping out and changing the way that she's acting and things like that, that's just who she is. That's just her personality and her being. That's just who she is.
Right. Okay, I can rock with that. Now, Asher, I know you never really had to experience pregnancy, or hopefully you never experienced pregnancy and never will. But I know you never had a chick to actually go through that whole pregnancy deal with. But if you get just off out of your heart, what do you think you would do in the situation if you saw her if she was pregnant and she started to showing different ways to you? How would you take that?
I mean, yeah, I do agree with Dennis. When you say that a woman really shows her true self when she's under her stress and stuff. But like, at the end of the day, it's like you consciously know what you said. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you said, and you were gonna do. But like, in the event, like I said, I would still be there. For the kid.
Okay. Yeah, and we all know women get slick of the tongue too, man. I mean, I don't know if y'all ever dated any hood rats, but they quick to say F your mom real quick, and it's like, man, you just gotta hold it back. You can't hit her.
Just in general, when they get mad, they speak what's on their mind. So
exactly. Especially them Hispanic women. God damn.
Amen.
Like, hey, hold on, wait. Translate that shit first. I know you said something about Mook Chupa de Madre. What you say? Okay, gentlemen. Well, let's go ahead and throw a curveball at you. Let's say you are the one coming to her to let her know that 2 months prior to meeting her, you had sex with your baby mother. Y'all already had a child together, but you had sex with her. And then 2 months later, you met the new girl. And then 2 months after that, the baby mama says she's pregnant. Would you expect the woman that you're talking to stay? And if so, or if not, why or why not?
Oh man, that's definitely a curveball because the rules change when it comes to men and women having kids. It's completely different because a woman, she knows when she's pregnant. She knows who the baby father is, and she has a good idea who the baby father is whenever she gets pregnant. So she already knows. So if the situation was reversed, and I'm finding out, or whomever is finding out that my ex is pregnant, me myself personally, not to sound shady or fucked up, but I myself personally wouldn't say anything until I got a DNA test. Because anybody who's ever actually had a relationship, a medium relationship, and has been in a relationship for a while, if it ends bitter, a woman will say anything, especially whenever she's jealous of the new woman that's in your life. Whether she's moved on or whether she haven't moved on. Now that doesn't mean that she's lying about being pregnant.
Right.
But that could mean that she's lying about who the baby father is. So until you find out for a fact if that child is yours, me myself personally, I wouldn't say nothing.
Okay.
I would wait to find out after the DNA test, okay, yes, it's mine, then I would tell the woman that I'm with. And would I expect her to stay? Of course I would expect her to stay because of the fact, again, it was before her. You can't get mad at me because of something that happened before you. Now, if you don't have kids and you don't want to have kids, then that's one thing. Then by all means, go ahead and leave. I'm not going to try to talk you into staying because you don't want to have kids.
Right.
But if you are willing to have kids with me, or you already have kids, then yes, I would definitely expect her to stay.
Okay. What about you, Asha? How you answer that?
I think personally, assuming it was my kid, I would stay. Obviously, I would not for a mistake, that'd be like a mistake that would be on me, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, yeah, I'd have to come back, I'd have to take care of it because it's my kid, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't expect for the woman to stay because it was I guess I would because we both did it, you know what I mean? It takes two to tango.
Well, no, I mean your new girl. Do you expect your new girl to stay, or would you go ahead and just take leave and go back to your baby mama?
I would take the leave, yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, what if this woman really wanted to stay with you, and you and your baby mama just knew for a fact it ain't gonna work out?
Yeah, then we would have to come into an agreement. We would all have to work it out somehow.
Okay.
Or I would have to play a little part in that child's life that is mine. Okay. And I would also have to, in my half-life, be with, the one that I want.
Okay. So, do y'all think there will be any issues between the women if y'all two decide to stay together? You think the baby mama and the new girlfriend will be able to get along even with the baby mama hormones going up and down? Left and right?
I don't think so.
Not at all.
That'd be a challenge, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How would y'all handle that?
that just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen because in most cases, it wouldn't happen. Because most women, when it comes to baby fathers and things like that, and wanting to either get back at somebody revengefully, or wanting to get back with that particular man who separated and left them, or whether she, however the relationship ended. If she wanted to be with that guy, she's not going to get along with a new woman in his life. It's just not going to happen. There's always going to be some type of shade that the baby mother's going to throw at the new girlfriend. You know, so it's never going to work out good unless you have an actual mature ex who understands, okay, well, look, the relationship is over. I know you done moved on. We got kids and stuff like that. Just be there to take care of your kids. If you got one of those, oh, well, shit, you winning. But how many times did that happen?
Right. It happens so rarely that when it do happen, sometimes the girls end up moving into the same house with the dude, both of them. It's like, well, how you do, man? Goddamn, you done took every man's good luck and put it all in this one man, and now what the hell? Goddamn, some shit. What about you, Asher? You think you could be Superfly over there?
Nah, I'd have to agree with Dennis, honestly.
Okay. So pretty much you got to keep them two separate.
Yeah, because it would be too much of a competition, I think, between them two.
See, me, I like a good old fashioned mud wrestling match. You know, I'm just like, I fill the pool up with mud and be like, hey, y'all go at it. Whoever wins, you know, you get me.
It's one thing if you can get them all to live, if you can get them both to live in the same house and come to an agreement. That's one thing.
Right.
But it's another thing to have to keep them separate and make you got to make the woman who you're with now understand that you love and you're there with her, and that what happened before her you can't change, but you're there with her and you want to be with her. Then you got to make your ex understand, hey, look, I wish you had told me this before, or let me know something, so that she will understand that while you are with the person that you're with now, you're always going to have love and respect for her. You should anyway, because it's your baby's mother. But you're always going to have some type of love and respect for her because of who she is, but that's done and that's already over in the past.
Okay, already. I feel that. I like it. You know, I actually like that. And you know, let's talking to you gentlemen and then having that conversation with them ladies last week. Has been a more cordial conversation. Okay. Alrighty, so I love that talk with y'all, you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna continue this talk. We're gonna change the subject, but when we're gonna take a small music break real quick, and when we come back, we're gonna go over this next topic. The next topic, let me go ahead and read this out because I want everybody to be thinking about this during this little break. But the next topic is: your work wife gets a real divorce. You are in a fresh relationship, let's say 2 months, but want your work wife. Do you leave the new girl or stay? Alright, we'll talk about that when we come back. Here's some John Michael with Chill Out and Relax here on Passion Hour. You heard it here.
I hope you cuddle up, cause this is Passion.
Baby, don't disregard what's in store. Embrace this feeling that you can't ignore. I can tell tonight is where you wanna be. Yeah. Right here. Harnessing all that energy. Ooh, yeah. I know you want me, baby. And yes, I want you to. Don't you be afraid. What I'm gonna do to you is take you into my world. Make you my favorite girl. Put on your favorite dress. Chill out and relax. Let it flow. Don't fight it, baby. Let your feelings go. Chill out and relax. Let it flow. Don't The time is now to move around. Yeah. And I know there's so much that you wanna do, baby. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it, I'll take good care of you. Ooh, I know you want me, baby. And yes, I want you to. Don't you be afraid. What I'm gonna do to you is take you into my world, make you my favorite girl, put on your favorite dress, chill out and relax, let it flow, flow. Don't fight it, baby, let your feelings go. Oh, how I want you right now. Yes, let it flow. Oh, don't fight it, baby, let your feelings go. Yeah, we gon' have some fun tonight. Now tell me, baby, tell me what you want from me. Your every fantasy. If you believe it, then you can achieve. This will be an everlasting night. Promise to do you right. In my arms and I will hold you tight. I can see it in your eyes. You wanna ride. I just wanna love you, baby, yes I do. I know just what to do. Leave it to me. Gonna give you every single inch of me. Let it chill out. Ooh. Don't fight it, baby. Let your feelings go. I want you right now. Yeah. Chill out and relax. Let it flow. Baby. Don't fight it, baby. Let your feelings go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, relax. See, I just want to get you out them jeans. Lay you there and spread your wings. Gonna work that body. Gonna make you say yeah.
I hope you cuddled up, cause this is passion out on
BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
As Mr. Flavor, I am proud to bring to you Mr. E's music.
Alright everybody, we are back in the building. This is your boy Mr. E, Boss of the Southside Bosses, and this is Passion Hour. What would you do here on BOSS Radio? Remember, go ahead and follow, like, and share us to all your family. We are on all streaming services, iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, and more. Check us out. You'll always be able to find it. That's Passionate Love Hour here on BOSS Radio. We have a new addition to the phone call, and we're going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves. How you doing this evening, sir?
Hi, my name is Curtis. I'm up here in Seattle, Washington, but I know Dennis and some of the others from down there in Texas. So I'm married to Dennis's sister, so we family.
Already. Now we know how to find you. Anyway. Alrighty, gentlemen, I'm glad that y'all was able to join us. And I was glad we had a great first half, but everybody knows the game don't end until the second half gets played. So the new scenario that we have come up with through a man's perspective, your work wife gets a real divorce. You are in a fresh relationship but want your work wife. Do you leave your new girl or stay with your new girl? Now, for all of those that don't know what a work wife is, a work wife is pretty much somebody that you have at work, a woman that you have at work that is very, very close to you, whether platonically or whether romantically or just flirtatiously. You really got a connection that you don't want to see go anywhere, but not to cross that line. All right, gentlemen, what would you do? Let's go with Dennis first, since he started. No, we're gonna go with Curtis, since he's brand new on the mic.
All right. Well, a couple things I'd take into there. For one, I wouldn't want to immediately get with a woman who's going through a fresh divorce anyways. That's dirty, that's messy, there's a lot of emotions and baggage there. She needs time to heal and wind down before she even steps on that. So for one, I wouldn't want to jump in that mess in the first place. But when things wind down, depending upon how the relationship is going with the one that I'm currently with, I'm not cool with just being like, oh, time to dip. Like if you were trying to be serious with somebody. But you continue giving, your shot with the one that you're with. Maybe that develops, maybe that works out. But you don't play sly and play both. And then turn around, and if it doesn't work out, you declare your interest in her. And she may end up in the same position. Maybe she decided to go and say, oh, I want to play the field. But if she was really feeling you, she'd probably gauge interest with you in the first place, and you'd be able to let her know, hey, I'm currently, seeing this one girl. I don't know how it's going to work and whatnot, but I want to give you time to heal while I'm doing this. And if this works out with me and her, fantastic. And if it doesn't, maybe we can explore that together. And that's how I put that.
Okay, all right. You talking about playing the long game with her, being strategic. Okay, I hear you. All right, let's get another opinion, Dennis. What you think? Same or different?
A little bit the same. See, the thing is, when you're in a new relationship with somebody, you're still trying to build something. So that's going to take time, as I said in the first part. You're still trying to build something with that new person. Now, your work wife, she already knows everything about you. She knows about your current relationship because you've already told her, because you're close. Y'all tell each other everything.
Right.
You know about her husband. You know about her relationship that she's been going through. So you know about her. So you have a lot more opportunity, I guess you would say, or a better chance of being happy or making something last longer with your work wife than you would with somebody who you have new, because you're steady filling somebody out. And like I said in the first part, for the first 6 months, the first 3 months really, you're hitting that puppy love stage with a new person. You're doing everything, acting the right way, doing and saying all the right shit and everything else. So you're gonna think that what you got with this new person is already is where you want to be.
Okay.
So and you won't find out how she really is for another 3 to 6 months down the line, because you ain't gonna find that out until that woman gets comfortable with you. So you're basically trying to put yourself in a situation. Do you want to wait these next 3 to 6 months to see what she's going to do and how she's really going to act? Or B, you know what you got with your work wife, not that that's your target, you know what I mean? Even though you say you're really interested in her, that might not be your primary target, but you already have a bond with that person already.
Okay.
So if it's going to be she's going through a divorce and you know it, like Curtis said, there's a lot of emotions and everything else there, and you don't want to just jump right into it because of the fact you don't want to act on something just based off of a quick opportunity. You do want to wait to make sure that she's healed, as he had said. But if you are that close, you're going to know about the problems and stuff that's going on in the divorce before it even happens anyways. So you, as being her work husband and she being your work wife, if you're really there for her, you're going to try to talk her into working out whatever it is that's going on inside of that relationship. And if it doesn't work out, then go ahead and move on from there. But I wouldn't stay with the person. I wouldn't stay, but I would keep my eyes open, I guess, on all the way around. Not play both sides, but keep my eyes open. Because if I've already got a strong bond with somebody who I'm already working with all the time and I know everything about them already, it's a lot easier, and I would feel more comfortable being with somebody who I already know, rather than going through the emotions with somebody who I'm just now trying to get to know.
Okay. A little bit more dynamic to it. And Asher, what about you? What you got to it?
Yeah, honestly, I do agree with Dennis and Curtis. A little bit more aside of Dennis, but because I think it does take time to know somebody. Throughout like the tests and trials of your relationship, even if y'all aren't together, like it does take more time to get to know somebody.
Okay, so we both saying that pretty much all y'all are saying that it's you built a connection with them, but yet you want to hold off. You wouldn't necessarily leave the new girl, but that don't necessarily mean you'll stay with the new girl. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, there's no guarantee that a relationship is going to work no matter what. She getting the divorce in the first place, that's proof enough of that. Mm-hmm. So maybe it works with the new girl, maybe it don't. But either way, if she's still interested and whatnot, if it doesn't work with this lady, then cool. But if it does work, why would you risk, missing up a good opportunity if you were having a good time with this lady, getting to know, and there wasn't any major issues or anything like that? Work through it, have a good time. Life is just about exploring like that.
Okay.
But there ain't no reason to dive into, you don't want to call her damaged, but she going through some things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But if you're her work husband and she's your work wife, you're going to know the problems that she's going through. So you're actually going to be that, I guess you would say, outlook or that post that she's going to put all her emotions into. And if y'all are already close and things like that, as I said, not trying to like just hop right in the bed with her and stuff like that, but if you truly care about her, even if it's just platonic, just friendly, it ain't got to be sexual or romantic. Even if you just care about her, as a friend and being somebody that she can rely on and talk to, you're going to have her to try to work it out. And when those situations and problems start to arise inside of a marriage and a relationship, as they come up, if you are cool with her husband and y'all are all cool and things like that, one way or another, some way, you could be, I guess you would say, the mediator in between them to try to extinguish those problems and shit before it gets to the point of them getting divorced. There's different dynamics when it comes down to somebody who's already in a relationship and then a work wife and then starting something new. So
right. He was talking about they are getting divorced, though. And
that's what I'm saying. You're right. That's what I'm saying. He was saying they're getting divorced, but what I'm saying is that if she's your work wife, you know what I mean? She's going to come to you and tell you, like, for instance, she'll tell you, hey, Curtis, my husband is this, and we have a problem, this, and this. And then you being her work cousin is going to be like, well, hey, personally, me, myself, whoever your name is, what I would do if I was you, I would try to do this, try to do that to stop that from happening, and maybe y'all can work it out. But if they can't work it out because either one of the two of them don't want to work it out, and she's going to get the divorce anyway, or he wants to get the divorce, the recovery time, I guess it would be, if it's going to be you who he wants to be with, or if it's you who want to be with her, the recovery time is going to be different because the dynamics of y'all's relationship is completely different than the one that she just got out of.
Right. Now me, I'll say right now, if I'm friends with her hubby, right? There's no way in hell I'm ever gonna forge that kind of relationship.
No, Curtis, you're not gonna be friends.
Me and you, Curtis, we grew up with the same rules. You know what I'm saying? There's rules.
Yeah.
No. See, you're missing. No. See, what if you know her husband? Then she doesn't become your work wife. She's now your work sister. You don't know her husband. In this scenario, you don't know her husband. You never know the work. You make it a point. If you got a work wife, you make it a point not to meet them. Yes, because that's the only way they can be your work wife.
That does technically make it fair game at that point, so long as I don't know him. Now, if it was like, you know the guy and you're cool with the guy, no, that's fucking limit.
Yeah, no. If you know the guy, that's automatically your work sister. That's persona non Nikki.
Okay, that's fair game. But again, I wouldn't rush right into it. But seeing how I don't know her husband at all, well, yeah, that'd be fair game at that point. But no, I wouldn't rush right into it. Like I said, with her coming to me, I'm going to give her the correct advice. You know what I mean? Not let me try to be slick and sabotage her relationship so I can slide in, because that's not what I would do. But I'll give her the correct advice from a man's point of view, and seeing how I have nothing except for sisters from a female's point of view also, to give her a second pair of ears and eyes to help her out with her situation. If it didn't work out, then it is what it is. Because like I said, it's easier to get with somebody who you already know everything about them. You know, you're at work more than you're at home. You know what I mean? So the relationship that you have with a person at work is always going to be closer than the relationship you have with the person who you're with at the house.
Man, somebody's going to have to quit their job at this point, because there ain't no way I want to go to work and be with her and come home to be with her. I've been married a long time, and that sounds like hell to me.
Yeah.
Well, you get what I'm saying, though. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, for people who are building up in the relationships, you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying that your home relationship is not going to be strong, because obviously it is if you've been together for a long period of time. You've worked some shit out and you can make it work. But what I'm saying is you're always going to make connections with somebody that you work with of the opposite sex and of the same sex. It doesn't matter. You're just going to have a stronger relationship with that person at work because you're under them and you're with them all day, and y'all are both going through the same bullshit at the same job. So you're automatically is going to have a stronger relationship with that person at work. So you're already going to know what their highs, their lows, their strong points, and their weak points are, what they like and what they don't like. So indirectly, regardless, you're building a relationship with somebody at work.
Okay, now hold on, gentlemen, because it sounds like Asher is actually really afraid of his wife right now, because he ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, man, come on now, don't let me.
I know she's listening right now, man.
It's like, I'm risking my life right here, and we want to know who you
am. Be very careful what I say, man.
Hey, look, Asher, tell your wife I put a radio disclaimer on so she can't hold anything you say against you, because legally it wasn't you that said it.
That's right.
He might not make the next meeting.
Right. See, women, y'all, I ain't hear no disruption when we had the ladies on last week talking about something. And my husband gonna kill me if I answer this question. Y'all see how y'all got us? This is messed up. I want to, revolution. Nah, we can't. I like sex too much. Never mind.
Right. Women have the advantage on that. I mean, unless you just Mac Daddy pimp it everywhere you go, like off the chain. Like, if we being real, women can kind of just throw a rock in any direction and find a man. I mean, that's just reality.
Yeah, cock their legs open just to fart, and everything. Guys gonna be lining up. I'm just wanting to pass gas. Yes. So what does that mean?
Oh my no.
Oh man, but yes, I mean this is a very great information. But I got a couple of more follow-up questions though. So I did hear that Dennis, when you were speaking, you said something about you got to give a woman about 3 to 6 months to get to know her, right? So I'm assuming you was talking about the new girl, correct?
Oh yeah.
What if within those 3 to 6 months you kind of like what you see in the new girl, but now your work wife done work through her issues, you know what I'm saying? She's over her, she's over, not only over the divorce, but she's also over her whole stage, because, after a divorce or after a breakup, they all got a whole stage. Don't let them lie to you. But,
no, I don't believe the hype, man. Bobby McFadden, I see clearly now the rain is gone, bro.
But now, what would you do then if she comes to you at that point, 3 to 6 months down the line? She's done got everything out of her system. She is hollering at you, and this new girl, she's maybe on the fence, maybe not on the fence. Y'all haven't actually moved forward. Do you end it?
If we haven't moved forward and we're still stagnant, and she's not ready to take that next step, and I'm actually trying to, yes, I guess you would say you would end it. But there's a loop in it though. The thing is, have you told the woman who you're with now about your work wife, like the people that's around? So is she acting a certain way just to make sure that you don't talk to her, or is she actually showing who she really is? You know what I'm saying? Because a woman will sit around there and play you like a fool if you tell her, oh yeah, hey, guess what? At work, my friend, whoever, and things like that's going through a divorce. We've been working together for all this time, and not going through problems. the first thing that a woman thinks is, oh, cool, now you're going to be there to console her and be a shoulder for her to cry on and everything else, this, that, and the third. Do I have to be worried about her? Their defense mechanism pops up. So they're inherently is going to act different, nice-wise to you, to attract you to them, but while keeping their guard up to make sure that you don't go that way anyways. So it just depends on, have you told her about your work wife, or are you just trying to build a relationship without telling her?
That's a very good question. Because we all know they master manipulators. So you don't even know if you dating the real one. I always say when you meet somebody, you never meet them. You meet their representative. They're gonna introduce you to them later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This representative may stay around for a little while longer.
That's why they say everybody wears a mask when you first meet them.
Yeah. I feel like the police. I got to talk to your lawyer before I talk to you. So, that brings up a very good point. Like, how do you peep through that?
You know what I mean? The only way to get through it, if you just want to get honest, you want to be, I guess you say, open and honest with the person that you're with, but on the same token, you know, you got to pick, when you tell them certain things, you start off telling the person who you with small stuff about you, so that way you can see how they're going to react to smaller shit before you start telling them about bigger shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you tell them whatever example you want to give them before and they automatically jump offensive, you don't want to tell them about anything serious that's in your life because you already know where it's going to go. It's going to be a big argument. You know what I mean? So you don't. And in a relationship, the last thing a man wants whenever he comes home from work is to argue and fight with the woman who he's with. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that. So if you're going to keep that type of relationship, you got to start off with small stuff first to see how she's going to react before you involve her with anything bigger. So if you can't handle small stuff, more than likely you got two choices: either just keep secrets from her, or B, leave her.
Cause you know, work wife already done. She done got all that small stuff. She's ready for the big stuff, if you know what I mean.
That's good.
All right, Curtis. So you said something about you don't want to try to play either one of them. You don't want to try to play the game. You want. So I guess what the question I want to ask is, how do you keep that option open, like without playing the field?
Well, if you're already, like, in a relationship before she even divorces, it's not like you're cheating on her, you have a say or anything like that, but before you were single, supposedly, I mean, if you're developing kind of a work-wife relationship, then you probably aren't in deep with another woman, because if you were, she'd probably lay the smack down on you. So, with that being the case, you were already in a relationship when she ended up getting a divorce. She going through and dealing with her stuff, and you'll get to kind of see some of her changes that are going on, you know, whether, like you say, she hoeing around doing whatever. You'll kind of get a glimpse into that and see if that makes you more attracted, less attracted to her based upon who she's becoming from the divorce, etc. But for me, in all honesty, there are billions of people in the world. So unless I am really attracted to and really feeling my work wife, and it ain't nothing but just flirting and everything, it's more than that, and we think that that's something that actually could be 3 to 6 months in, and if I'm not really feeling the girl I'm with and it's just okay, well, the girl I'm with deserves to go find somebody who does a little more than okay with her. So I'd be like, well, I appreciate the time, I just ain't really feeling it. Like, you know, things, you deserve better, and so do I. Like, we deserve a better relationship. And then you end up sending that on the way, and you could go test out with the work wife. If you ain't feeling what you see with the work wife, there are billions of people out there. You can be a little picky and choosy. Go travel. Find a hot mama somewhere.
Yeah. Exactly. We outnumbered 7 to 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You know, I seen this video on TikTok. You know how they say it's plenty fish of the sea? With this one here, this my fish. You don't touch my fish. You don't look at my fish. You don't talk to my fish. If you talk to my fish, I'm gonna fuck you up by my fish.
Man, brother.
I was like, when I see that video, I was like, you know what? This is real. This is real talk right here. Don't touch my fish. I'll feed my fish.
That's pretty standard. But if as someone would say, if you ain't put a ring on it yet, vice versa. Well,
but I feel like putting
I
many.
ain't your fish right now.
But see, this the thing. See, this is how I feel. I don't want to lock anybody. I am not the police. I don't want to put no mini handcuffs on nobody.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. Believe me, when it comes to marriage is an institution that does lock people down.
Yeah, I
It's
seen it.
primarily a government institution that keeps people locked in place legally.
Yeah, I
It
seen.
would be nice if we lived in a society where marriage wasn't the standard and everybody could just be like, cool, we're in a relationship and we're good and we can leave or go when we feel. That's still not the standard yet for where we're at.
Yeah, I don't remember Adam and Eve saying I do, but hey, what do I know?
True enough.
Now, another question I do have with this, and I think it's going to be the last one before we end it. Now, we all understand that she just got out of a relationship. Nobody is ready to jump right into another relationship after getting out a relationship. What would be the proper recovery time you would allow her for? I mean, when I say allow her to have, that's not mean that you're going to make her get into a relationship. But some of these women be ready to jump in right out of they jumped out the bed with another man. It's like, goddamn, baby, go take a shower first. You know. So, what would you consider proper recovery time?
I'll tell you, if she's trying to jump on board right away, I want nothing to do with her anyway. She wouldn't be the kind of woman I want to be with. Because then that just means, oh shit, we had an argument today. Well, time for her to go jump in another ship. Plus, I'll be honest, I probably don't dig women like her anyways. Because even if we were just kind of flirting at work and whatever, and I don't have a woman, she had a wife, or she had a husband.
I wish she had a wife.
Flirting and getting close to me, right? And getting close to me and everything like that. That means she's comfortable with doing that. While in that serious relationship, I think I'd probably pass on her just for me and my taste. But if my taste aside, it would have to be some time. She would have to have some months under her belt, get her head straight and see where she at.
Okay. How about you, Dennis?
Oh man, that's a good one.
This is like tomorrow.
Hey man, hey. Oh, it might be too long. No. No, seriously though, probably like 3 months. I feel like around 3 months in. I say that because you already know who she is, and you can tell what's her mental health, I guess you would say.
Right.
After going through a divorce and things like that. You know, actually, I take that back. Not even 3 months. It depends on 3 months after the divorce is final. That's how long it should take. Because before the divorce is final, she can always go back. The divorce doesn't actually happen. So, and they really don't show how hurt they really are or how hateful or malicious they're actually going to be until the papers are actually signed and they're separated. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fight until the actual papers are signed and the judge signs off on it and says you're no longer legally married. So 3 months after that, because after the divorce papers are signed, that's when she's actually going to start going through her whirlwind, not before.
Okay, all right, I feel that. Asher, how long after your wife divorced you would you be ready to date again? Because she's going to leave you, dog. I'm going to get you to talk one way or the other.
You have to turn on the TV and make sure he didn't jump off the bridge.
Right. But how long would you give her to actually recover before, if you were single, even if you was talking to somebody else and wanted to get and didn't want that relationship anymore and you wanted to get with a work wife? What's the recovery time for you?
Alright, well, personally, honestly, hypothetically speaking, if I was single, I would give the person as much time as they need. You know what I mean? Because they were just with somebody. Well, check this out, right? They were with somebody. They built a life and a relationship with them. They had a routine. You know what I mean? So it's gonna take some time. You know what I mean? As much as they need to get out of that routine. You know what I mean? Morning coffee with them, morning breakfast with them, having lunch with them. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that, but
he's talking about courting.
You give them all the time they need. What if they say, I want you to be single for 10 years while I get my time together? You going to sit around for 10 years, or are you going to say that's too much time and I'm about to go find me someone else?
Good point. I'm going to say definitely under a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so there's a time limit.
Under 6 months.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that they would need time. You know what I mean?
Right. Same here. Yeah, I feel you.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? Y'all all had some great points. That's even points I didn't even think of. And to tell the truth, I think that last part of it, everything y'all said in that last part actually was like a culmination to how you actually need to be thinking. You know what I'm saying? Recovery time is very, very important. Mental health is very, very important, because you can get with the woman of your dreams and she could be the perfect woman for you, but if her head isn't there, I mean, what do you have? You have an empty husk. And that's the last thing you would want. You know, I've known women who would jump out of a relationship, we jump right into another relationship, and in the middle of the first time they having sex, she's calling him by her ex's name. Now all of a sudden she got to walk home naked and shit, and she think he's wrong. Huh?
Yeah, no kidding. There's no way in hell. There's just no way in hell. That would be like, all right, let's go ahead and put a stamp on this and deliver your ass back to him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shit, commissary coming Tuesday and Thursday, bro.
Yeah, I'll pay the postage. I don't care. Here, have her back.
Out the chain. All right, I'm glad we got you on here, Curtis. Yeah, this was a good one. Gentlemen, we had a great time, man. I appreciate all y'all joining in, and I want to invite y'all to next week. Next week is going to be unisex. Matter of fact, I already know what the next topic is. So, ladies, if y'all are listening, y'all make sure y'all write this down. Y'all got a whole week to think about this. But the first question we're going to be having for that evening is going to be, when you get out of a relationship with a person, you had a side piece that whole relationship, can you start a relationship with your side piece? What would you do? And this, make sure y'all get y'all thoughts together. Write down whatever answers y'all want to write down. And make sure y'all get with us next Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, here on Passionate Love Hour, which you can find on SouthsideBeautyCare.com. Make sure you go there. We have a great sale on our fragrances, $5 fragrances. Make sure y'all cop one today. But make sure y'all go ahead and like, follow, and subscribe. Share us to all your family and friends. Gentlemen, is there anybody you want to give shots out to before we leave?
I'm good.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't want to be hunted. Don't know.
I almost set y'all up for failure. My fault, y'all. I don't usually dry snitch like that. All right, gentlemen, but I hope I hear from y'all. If y'all want to get on the next one, just let me know, and we'll get that set up. And I hope we have at least 6-7 people. You know what I'm saying? All 3 gentlemen and 3 women. Make it balanced, and we gotta have a good time next week. I hope y'all are ready for it.
All right. You have a good one, man.
All right, you too, Ashley. You have a good one, man. Dennis, you have a great one. Curtis, y'all have a blessed one, man. Keep everybody in your family safe and love them to death. Everybody listening, I hope y'all got y'all family members. I hope y'all got your loved ones. Y'all cuddled up right now. Please don't let these topics start a fight. Cuddle.
But like I said, but anyway. Y'all have a good one. Good night.
Hey, you too. Right.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now we're going to play a little bit more music. This is Aja Lorraine with Who Gets Down Like Us. You already know what you listening to. This is BOSS Radio's Passion Hour, baby, and we ain't going to never stop the phone. And like I said, if you ain't already following us, get down with us. BOSS Radio, SBCMovement.com, SouthsideBeautyCare.com. You can always find us, baby. You already know what it is.
You cuddled up, cause this is passion. You're ready.
Come on tonight, straight up to heaven. We're taking flight, no stopping now. We're on a one-way to paradise. Come on tonight, straight up to heaven. We're taking flight, no stopping now. We're on a one-way to paradise. Let me take you somewhere you've never been before. So you should really better think, just come inside and close the door. You stare me deeply in my eyes, you're right right between my thighs. Go ahead and kiss my lips and make me feel that place. Hey baby, take it nice and slow. Special phone for you and I to die. But that's quite alright with me. Come on, boy, let's do it. I know I'm riding with a fit with daddy. That's alright with me. Just throw it all into it. I know I'm riding with a fit with daddy. That's alright with me. Just come on, boy, let's do it. I know I'm riding with a fit with daddy. That's alright with me. Just throw it all into it. Yeah. Who gets down like us? Let's explore new places and find out what we like. On a private tour for 2-2, love's playland tonight. Relax and know the butterflies. We close our eyes, enjoy the ride, and simply feel that place. Receive me as we just let go, although we know it's possible to die. Still, it's quite alright with me. Come on, boy, let's do it. I know I'm riding with a fit with daddy. That's alright with me. Just throw it all into it. I know I'm riding with a fit with daddy. That's alright with me. Just come on, boy, let's do it. I know I'm riding with a fit with daddy. That's alright with me. Just throw it all into it. Yeah. Who gets down like us? Straight out to heaven, we're taking flight. No stopping now. We're on the one way to paradise. Come on and ride. Straight out to heaven, we're taking flight. No stopping now. We're on the one way to paradise. There's no others who gets down like us. Yeah. Who gets down like us?
BOSS, Southside Boss Radio, Southside Boss Radio, Southside Boss Radio.